My name's Sean, and today I'll be talking about the Counter Point-2. This is a knife that I purchased back in 2007, so this is one of the original runs of the Counter Point-2. Now there might be some recent reproductions, and they are made in Taiwan by Cold Steel. Now this one here is just a 3-inch blade, and it's made with AUS 8A steel. Now one of the things I like about that is that this is the better steel, that only Cold Steel was one of the few that had AUS 8A in their economy line knives. Now with this one here, back in the day the economy was different, so they could make knives for cheaper with better steel. A lot of knives now have been switched to the Krupp steel. I like the AUS 8 steel. It's a Japanese steel. It has a certain amount of cobalt, molybdenum, carbon, vanadium, and molybdenum and other elements in the steel. And it's heat treated to a very nice Rockwell 58. You can do that with AUS 8A. You might not be able to get away with that with softer steels because that'd make them more brittle. The elements in this steel allows you to heat treat it to a high Rockwell, and it acts as a catalyst when you have the cobalt in there as well. So the crystal structure of the steel is extremely strong, and they guarantee the tips not to break. It also has the triad lock and reinforced aircraft aluminum liners. So in a vise clamped on this blade, you can hang 300 pounds from this handle and it will not break or fail. It's made with a Zytel, which is a polypropylene plastic infused with glass beads, which makes it extremely strong, durable, and abrasion resistant. Cheaper plastics will scratch and rub if you drop them on the ground or use them in hard use. So this will never misshape, bend in your hand. It's a very solid grip. And the nice thing I like about this one is the pocket clip is ambidextrous. It could be left hand or right hand. And when you carry it, the tip points up, which is also a bonus. When you put it in your pocket on the right hand side, it goes against the inside of your pocket liner, which will prevent it from opening accidentally in your pocket. I've had knives where they're tipped down, and when you lean forward over something like the car hood when you're working on your car, I actually had a knife open like that and puncture me in the leg. So tip up all the way. Also, there's different little indentations in the handle like this, and when you open it, along here. So this gives you different grip options. So you can kind of grip up like this if you want to for finer control. You can also reverse grip it like this and hold it with the blade facing up for upward type chores, possibly even like whittling. With this thumb groove here, it allows you extra grip when you place your thumb over top of it, and you can use it to puncture things like a can of beans or soup. So for a survival situation, this would be a very safe and very stable knife. It's not overly big and it's not overly small. It's a good size for most average hands. The thumb stud has a screw which can be removed, so you can replace the stud with any other kind of stud that fits on here to your liking. I like this one because it's very basic. It's got small lathe grooves through it, so it provides good opening ability if your hands are wet and slippery, and you want it to protrude out enough so that when you push your thumb here, it catches. Then you can open it nice like that. Good lightweight everyday carry in your pockets. You can carry with you all around and forget that it's there until you need it. I've had bigger knives that kind of bulky and stick out in your pocket, and may even be a little bit uncomfortable in certain situations. This one here, it's got a nice fine edge on it. I haven't sharpened this in a few years. It's just been sitting in a drawer, and it can still do that. So not bad. Another thing about a point like this is a spear point. It's not a drop point or a clip point. A spear point, even if it's dull or hasn't been sharpened in a long time, can lend itself to great puncture ability with less effort. As you see, I did that with just my fingers like that. Very easy. The false edge comes to a certain point, which prevents the blade from bending too much, which could cause it to break. So this actually acts kind of like a risuto on a sword. So it comes up a bit from the handle, giving stiffness and strength to the point. So yes, they do guarantee for life that the tips won't break. There you go. So you want to get a closer look at it there. I like the vented handle. It allows a little bit of breathing in your hand, so your hands don't get as hot and sweaty. If you can imagine holding that on a hot sunny day, that kind of adds a little bit of a bonus. You want a knife to breathe a bit in your hand. I like that it's smooth. I've had coarser textured knives, and after a while they can actually, if you're working with them and using them, can actually rub your hands and make it uncomfortable to use. Also, it's not nice on your pants. Your pocket will very much pay for it. So it's a good texture. I think texture grip is probably the best, my favorite. Good all-round use, good everyday carry, good survival if you need it, but if you don't, you'll forget that it's there. And it's very lightweight, nice to carry. Counter Point-2, it's a good all-round knife. There's also a hole, so if you wanted to, you could put a lanyard, a wrist strap, whatever you want to make it a little bit more secure in your hand without falling. Anyways, depending where you live, it could retail differently. It did retail about $70, $89 when I first purchased it in 2007. So a good investment, good all-round buy, good all-round everyday carry from Cold Steel. Thank you. Have a good day.